You guys want to get some free Jeep parts? Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you how. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Casey, and well, today I have made a stop in Sacramento, California, headquarters for Metal Cloak as well as Adventure Rack Systems, and they have an awesome giveaway going on. So we're going to find out a little bit more about that and how you can enter to win, but it doesn't require buying anything or spending any money. Brought to you by Epic Adventure Outfitters. I thought you guys would be interested in seeing some behind the scenes of their warehouse and manufacturing facility. And I've got to take a look at a few things because we're heading out to Easter Jeep Safari in a few weeks. And I want to get the EcoDiesel JL a little bit more ready for some serious off-roading. So we'll see what we can figure out when we're there. All right, guys, we've just arrived here at Metal Cloak HQ. You guys remember Mike from last week's vlog? He was out here in Death Valley with us. Say hello.
Hey, how are you?
And we have a new gentleman here. This is Scott.
Hey, everybody, I'm Scott Becker, the product specialist at Metal Cloak.
If you've watched any of Metal Cloak's product videos, documentation, you'll see his face quite often. So we're here in the entranceway, and one thing that really sticks out when you first walk into Metal Cloak here is this giant map.
And we're the closest off-road company to the Rubicon Trail, and we test all of our products on the Rubicon Trail.
Is there a sea monster on the Rubicon?
A lot of people don't know that, but there is actually a sea monster in Loon Lake. We also have a giant octopus creature over here.
I was gonna say that might be the Kraken from Epic Adventure Outfitters hanging out.
That's the Kraken.
Cool. So for those that don't know, how long does it take to run the Rubicon Trail?
Well, it depends on if you're trying to enjoy it. I like to do the Rubicon Trail in 3 days.
I thought you were gonna say 3 hours.
3 days. I have been through the Rubicon probably a few more times than 200.
Wow, I've got some catching up to do, guys. So I thought we'd go back outside before we start the tour, because I totally forgot. Maybe you guys don't know who Metal Cloak and Adventure Rack Systems are and what they do and the products they make. So, well, they have this great Jeep parking only out here out front of their HQ, and I think it's the perfect opportunity for Scott and Mike to just explain what is Metal Cloak and what is Adventure Rack Systems.
Metal Cloak manufactures pretty much everything you're gonna need to build up your Jeep and make it an off-road worthy rig. We manufacture everything from suspension, body armor, fenders, bumpers, you name it, we make it. So you want coil springs, shock absorbers, we make just about everything to modify your Jeep to make it off-road worthy.
We do racks for JK, JL, and JT primarily, although we will be branching into other models and other brands as well. But over cab racks like here on the JT, racks like what you have here
and on the EcoDiesel, we've got the Adventure Rack. You guys have seen this go everywhere so far.
Yep, a lot of neat products like our Catwalk. And then we also do bed racks for the JT and Toyota Tacoma Gen 2 and Gen 3 trucks.
Hey Scott, what do you got?
What's up?
One of the things we need to talk about, because if we're going to Moab, we don't want to just destroy the bottom of the EcoDiesel.
Right.
And this is definitely something that will help with that.
It's got a little heft to it. It's definitely a strong piece. I have to hold it over the top of my head.
So this is the undercloak armor, which we're going to be adding to the EcoDiesel, and you guys have a diesel-specific setup.
We
right?
do, yeah.
Which is very different from a non-diesel because of the gas tank orientation and our favorite thing, diesel exhaust fluid tank.
And I believe that Jeep has graced us with, I think, 9 different versions of skid plates.
Well, I was just reading too that I guess the Gladiator is going to be coming in a 4xe in the 2024 model year, so
we'll have another option available.
Another SKU coming.
People ask us why steel. Steel slides over rocks.
Because aluminum gouges and then gets hung up on the rocks. It's kind of like really, really soft compared to steel. So you guys have the coolest break room that I've seen. So
thanks.
What's the deal with this 50s diner look in the middle of this manufacturing place?
Well, it matches my shoes. The backstory is when we got the building, there was an actual real diner here.
Really?
They'd serve little bits of food for lunch and stuff like that. It's a comfortable spot to relax at for lunch.
Little change of pace
Some
from.
TVs up here to do a little Metal Cloak promotion.
We need some KC250 on your TVs in here.
If you could get us some video, if you could squeeze.
I might be able to figure that
video?
out. I might
You
be
have
able
videos?
to. Can I get a bag of this popcorn? Who is this guy?
This is our friendly Yaskawa.
What would you guys use this for?
For doing robot stuff. It does all of these welds basically. It goes in there and it actually knows where to weld at, how long, how hot.
This looks like some sort of control arm bracket for
Correct.
a long arm kit, maybe?
Yep, that's exactly
There
what
you
it
go.
is.
Hey! So we're just walking by a couple of the welding stations here.
We cut and weld a lot of steel.
Yeah,
at Metal Cloak.
it's almost like metal should be in your. Oh wait, it is in your name.
Metal Cloak.
You guys are wondering where these things are put together and cut and made.
It's right here.
All right
in-house
here.
at Metal
All right here.
So this is actually the cowl cover off of the JL and JT. These are done on the robot.
See the complex cutting and welding going on this. All the seams along here, here, all these cutouts. Really cool. Yeah, so if you checked out Metal Cloak's site, when you're ordering something, you can check a little drop-down box, add a little bit of cost, and they'll powder coat it for you.
A lot of our products actually get a zinc coating on there, and then with a zinc primer, and then we put the powder coating over the top of that. So it's actually sealed and then powder coated over the top of the stainless.
Well, I can tell you, the parts I've had powder coated, not Metal Cloak parts, but any parts, don't have that.
No comment.
Those that aren't familiar with six-pack shocks, these extend both out the top and the bottom and into the housing.
The super short housing, so it's an ultra compact shock with an ultra long travel. You can get up to 15 inches of travel out of these things. Out of a shock that compresses to 13 inches.
So I didn't realize, but you guys do all the machining and assembly here for the six-packs.
These shocks are all hand-built right here at Metal Cloak.
What is that?
This is the control arm for our Ram suspensions.
I didn't know you guys made Ram stuff.
We do, actually.
Well.
And we just finished the current model Ram stuff.
Okay.
So we're all the way up to date for the current models now. This is the front control arm.
Shows what I know about trucks. Just in case you forget what it's for.
And then these go with our specialty Duraflex joints. We have a 3-inch Duraflex joint, which is a massive Duraflex joint, but we've shown the success with it in our Jeep line, so we figured we'd move it over to full size.
So that's the Duraflex joint for the Ram.
For the Ram.
So, well, this is a Jeep control arm?
Yeah.
So there you go. Whew. You guys starting up a toolbox line here, Mike?
We kind of like to personalize things a little bit and got a little carried away with the 3D printing.
Scott, what is this?
This is our brand new remote reservoir shock for the JLs and JKs and JTs.
Oh boy. I think people are going to be super excited.
So 4 different settings to set it up from soft to stiff.
Why would I choose these shocks or six-pack shocks?
A 6-pack shock is a very specific shock designed for maximum articulation. You're going to get a ton of extra extended length with a 6-pack shock, and then get a very good compressed length also. This is kind of a in-between, say, our Rock Sport shock and our 6-pack shock, so it's going to give you a nice long shock length that you can use. It's not going to compress as much as a 6-pack, so you're not going to really get as much, you're not going to get the maximum articulation that you would out of a 6-pack. However, you're going to gain adjustability. It's got the reservoir on there, which is going to allow the more fluid into the shock to keep it cooler.
Building your rigs is always about trade-offs, right? There's never a perfect build for everything. It really depends on what you want to do, where you're going, and you're going to have to make compromises to make gains with different products and what their features are. If you guys are kind of wondering, well, why do I need cooling on your shock? Go bomb down some washboard roads or up in BC, some forest surface roads where there's a lot of bumps, a lot of travel over a long period of time. When you get out of your rig, just put your hand close to your shocks and tell me that you wouldn't benefit from some cooling.
When the fluid heats up, generally on a standard shock, you can get 2 different problems. You can either have the viscosity get so thin and hot that it's not giving you any dampening to your shocks whatsoever, or it can actually heat up so much that it freezes your shock in place and you don't get any shock movement whatsoever.
And that can be dangerous.
That'll break brackets up.
Scott, why do you guys have a Bronco?
Well, you know,
What?
people do like Broncos too.
Well,
So-
I did review it, and I did give it a really good, kind of feedback from my perspective. I think they're a great platform.
It's a great platform to start on. We decided to try to make that great platform even better.
See, this one is definitely in need of a bumper.
It needs a bumper.
Did you order it without a bumper from the factory?
I wish I could.
Well, I know there's going to be a lot of people super excited to see a Bronco parts coming out of you guys' manufacturing. Well, maybe we'll have to send Sean down here because he's got a Bronco and he likes to drag it over stuff.
It's only a 24-hour drive.
Yeah, I know. So look at that. Available now or available soon?
Available very soon, along with the rock sliders that we've got, and the front bumpers, and the suspension systems.
Oh boy, so there you guys go. Wow. I've learned a lot more than I thought I was going to about new products coming out of Metal Cloak. So you guys are gonna have to keep an eye out if you wanna keep building your rigs. If you got Broncos and as well as the Jeeps and you want shocks, all that kind of stuff, keep an eye out for what's coming out of their development pipeline because it's expanding.
Don't forget about the Ram.
What? You got a new remote control Jeep? So one thing I want to talk about is the CTI trailer.
Right.
So Metal Cloak is the designers.
We're actually the patent holder of the CTI trailer.
You guys may have seen this thing at various events where you can show up with your Jeep. You guys have a scoring system. So you get a CTI score, you put your rig up on the ramp, they flex it out both from the back and the front at the same time, and they give you a rating. And Corey was telling me this is not something you can really get a good eye for when you're out on the trail.
Right.
And you guys have this awesome trailer.
Yeah, it allows you to maximize your articulation on your vehicle to see where you might have flaws in your suspension, see where you've got interference points, and then you can go through the vehicle and make your system better.
And this isn't just for Metal Cloak customers, right?
It's not. Anybody who comes to the trailer, we're more than happy to help them out and show them where they can make their Jeep better.
Now, this thing's awesome. So if you're at an event that Metal Cloak is at or ARS is at, and you see the CTI trailer, well, line up early because it is a popular, I'll say attraction, but popular service they offer to anybody with a rig, and you want to put your rig on there.
Rocker that goes on your Jeep, and then along with this, you then get the
Mike's pulling things down over here behind us. So it's a two-part system that we're gonna add. We got the base and then we've got the flip step. So we're gonna go with the flip step variation of these, but Mike will do his best to Vanna White it for us.
Step mode?
So we can drop it down so it's more of a step and it's lower, but if we wanna bring it up and have more clearance, we can flip it around. Oh, you guys, look at this. Here we go. We got the product demonstration.
Step mode.
Step mode. And up and out of the way, high clearance mode, so we're not getting hung up on stuff.
or you can take it off and use it.
And just have the
standalone.
slider. So it's just a couple bolts on each side. Bolt here, bolt down there, and a couple bolts along here, and you can flip them. This will be great for my wife and Maddie. You should see Maddie's acrobatic gymnastics to get into the Jeep, using the door latch and almost fully upside down. So and then when we go hit the harder trails, we can just take them off, unbolt them, flip them around, get some more clearance, and we're gonna protect the side of the JL, which I don't wanna end up looking like the JK, just beating it up. So it's gonna be awesome. I really appreciate Metal Cloak and Adventure Act Systems allowing us in behind the scenes to check some stuff out, but we have one last matter of business to attend to. We need to find Mattson. He needs to tell us about why you guys are here watching this video probably, and that is about the $20,000 in parts from the Rocklander giveaway. Let's go get the scoop on that.
Okay,
Oh, we found you.
Rooftop tents, racks.
Are you trying to figure out how to get 3 rooftop tents on a Jeep?
I'm trying to figure out how to get more than $20,000 away.
How do we actually get to be part of the giveaway?
Well, that's the easy part. It's free. Just ultimaterocklander.com. You go there, it's a free giveaway.
No purchases?
You know, we've given away stuff over the years. One thing about Metal Cloak's always done is it's always found ways to give things away, always found ways to give back to the community. Because there's a lot of people out there that can easily buy the products, a lot of people out there that have it on our wish list. And I remember having kids that were just in college and using mommy and daddy's money to buy parts for their Jeep and eating top ramen every day because we get dedicated to this stuff, right?
Yeah.
With this giveaway, it was like, let's do something big and bold for Adventure Rack Systems. February 1st, we launched it. We have new partners coming on every single day, and I think we're going to be well over. We might even close to $30,000.
So 20 is just a starting point.
20 was just a number. It sounds good. It was the Ultimate Rocklander 20K giveaway. It sounded good.
So this isn't one of those giveaways where if you don't have the vehicle, you're just going to end up with parts you got to sell. You've got options.
You got options. If you have a JK, JL, or JT, this is the ultimate giveaway for you. And we're making it into the Ultimate Rocklander. Now, Rocklander is a new and growing thing that we fully embraced, right? It's this world like you just did, right?
We've been talking about it on our Death Valley trip, where it's sort of like a bridge between hardcore rock crawling and off-roading and overlanding, but bringing it together where it's more of an extreme overlanding experience. Yeah, Overland Plus. So
Exactly.
rocklanding.
UltimateRocklander.com. The parts are on there between Milestar tires, Raceline wheels, Metal Cloak suspension and body armor, ARS rack systems. And the cool thing about it for anybody who's winning is we don't have a set of Milestar Patagonias 38 inches ready to go. You win, you get put in contact with Milestar, you work out what you need for your rig. You're going to work out the wheels you need for your rig. It takes a couple minutes. Just go online, ultimaterocklander.com, fill out the entry, and just let us know. It's just a cool thing to do.
So I will put a link down in the description so you guys don't even have to type out that website name. You can just go down in the description, click on that link, and it will take you through the whole process. Thanks so much for taking a few minutes with us. Guys, do me a huge favor. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year. I need your help. And the only way you can do that is for you guys to hit that subscribe button. It takes you a second, costs nothing, just like the Rocklander giveaway. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys next week in the next video.